What is up, guys? Me and my brother have just been brainstorming here for about 1 hour, 2 hours, because we want to make wraps and not just like 5 but more like 40, because we don't like making food because it's wasting time, and that's a perfect way to have meal prep, especially for the days as I've had in the last few weeks where I come home late and I can't prep meals, or otherwise I will be going to bed late, and on the next day I'm so busy that I cannot find good food as well. And so the idea is that you have these wraps and you just, in the morning, you go to your fridge, you just pick out a wrap and you're done. And you have a whole meal. It's wrapped, so you just unwrap it and you can eat it. You don't need like forks, you don't need plates, nothing of that. And you have a perfectly healthy meal and tasty as well. And that's what we did. So we thought about what sauces do we use, what meat do we use, what vegetables, and where do we get these things from. And now we're headed out on a hunt kind of a way and getting all of these things. So let's get this. Quasi. She breaks it every time.
122, ja?
So guys, now we have everything we need except for chicken, and that's why we are now headed to a farm, a local farm, and see what the prices are. But probably we're just gonna buy it and it will be high quality chicken, that's why we do it. Alright guys, so we got 60 eggs and about 3.5 kilos of meat right here. So we're set, and now we're headed back home and getting the wraps done. Let's get it. Alright guys, meat is cooked, some sauces are prepared, but we didn't make it, and now we are headed off to the city to look at an apartment, which we might move into. Will be great, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna come back, finish or continue this stuff, or maybe first hit a workout, then finish the stuff, because my brother will be doing some other stuff, and then when he comes back we can finish it together. But now, off to the city. I guess so. The apartment was okay, not crazy, but it was okay, and the location is great. So we'll have to look at some other apartments, and I don't know, we'll see. Alright guys, so yesterday the weather forecast was like 27 degrees today, but it's actually 33. And usually when it's like 33 degrees, everybody's going to swim. But I'm thinking, doesn't it make more sense to be like at home working, and when it's a bit cooler and you can actually do some stuff outside and actually move and not be like dying and getting sunburn, then go outside?
Because you also, again, you habituate. And so for one podcast, if you only do one a month, you probably have, your adrenals will dump while you're having a podcast. You have, anxiety, your heart rate goes up, you start sweating. But if you rewarded me for getting angry at her, in the conditions of her crying. So the trigger for me getting angry is her crying. Is it, or is it the fact that when I have gotten angry in the past, she stopped? The thesis behind it was, can we build? And for each, and to be fair, when we started, I didn't know it was going to work. I just thought of it in likelihoods. I was like, well.
So guys, just finished the workout, and here's something I need to tell you. Like, if you know me closely, which most of you guys don't, but I'm gonna tell you the story anyways. If you know me closely, then you probably know that I was a pretty negative person. Probably I still am. Like, I'm doing my best, obviously, to be positive, but I feel like I'm pretty negative inherently. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. That's just how I feel. One way I would put out my negativity is like setting plans with people, and then if they didn't follow the plan, for example, they were too late or they forgot something, I would put that on them. Like, well, I told you this and that, why don't you do this? Like, trying to force it on them. And sometimes I was even creating these negative things, even though there wasn't anything negative. So maybe they weren't late, but just the plan overall didn't work out as I thought it was. And because I was frustrated, I would put it on them. So here we still have everything to do. And my brother just called me, it's about 5 p.m. He just called me and told me like, well, I wanted to go work out today. I think I'm gonna do it now and then later on come here. And before we said like, he's gonna do something, I'm gonna work out here and then we're gonna continue. And usually I would just react negatively. I wouldn't be like obviously negative, but passive negative. But I realized there's no need to be negative. It's a new situation. He wants to go work out. What makes more sense? Let's figure this thing out. Let's find the solution. And what I want to tell you is always be cautious of how you react to people. What do you put out? Like, what's your energy? If you're following my content, or maybe you're watching my content because you found me years later, so maybe now it's 2030 and you're watching this video, then probably you have some kind of bigger goal. And if you have some kind of bigger goal, believe it or not, you absolutely will have to have more people around you. There are some goals you can strive for, which you can do by yourself, which is basically just what most people do that give up in life, is like selling everything and just traveling around the world by themselves. You do that alone, but you won't actually accomplish anything big. You will maybe have fun experiences, but if you really want to accomplish something big, you need to have people around you. And if you can't put the right energy out to these people, they won't tell you, but they will just stop calling you, stop texting you, stop wanting to do some stuff with you. If you ask them to do something, they will say, I can't do it, because they don't get rewarded by you. But if you behave like positively and always find a solution, always try to help out, always try to make things better, they will want to be with you because they know they have a benefit. Now you might think this is very like transactional, but that's the truth. Like, you won't do anything with someone if all he does is pull you down, steal your money, call you bad names. If you can, you will probably avoid that person. On the flip side, if there's a person that always gives you money, always calls you, always tells you how good looking you are, talks great in front of other people about you, makes you have great experiences, then you're way more likely to stay with that person. That's just the truth of life. It starts really with how you treat people. If you know how to treat people right, you're already halfway there. Like, it's not about your routine or this and that. If you know how to treat people right, they will want to have you around you, and you will have so many opportunities. That's just how it works. Alright guys, there's a thunderstorm coming, as you can see. So just in this moment, it's like escalating. My laptop just almost flew away. Like, I was picking up my phone from there and I saw the laptop like shaking. And now like an alarm is going off. Like, these clouds are so close, you probably can't see it on camera, but they're like a few hundred meters away. They're like just right there. Now, you might think, well, this is just a casual thunderstorm, and it probably is, but since I was a kid, I always was fascinated by these things because they have so much power. They're so unpredictable sometimes. Alright guys, just did like 1.5 hours of productive work, and my brother will be here in a second and we will finish everything in the kitchen because we want to finish this. We want to have our 42 reps, but there's still a lot to do. As you can see, a lot going on. There he is. So guys, 9:30 almost, we're done, and look at this stuff. So we got eggs, sweet pepper, onion, spinach, chicken, turkey, some salad, our first avocado sauce, our second avocado sauce, broccoli, tuna, and some more spinach, tomato, cottage cheese. I just had 2 wraps, now making the third one.
Ciężko da to za jedną paszę, znasz?
No, The avocado cream is like crazy. Game changer. So guys, didn't finish it. We will be wrapping the wraps tomorrow, but it was a crazy day. And if I just think back, I'm exactly where I need to be right now. I love this journey. I will not stop, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.